Welcome to the News You Can Use podcast. Today we got Eastside K Boy in the building, man. LA rap artist, entrepreneur in the game. He just switched it up and dropped the R&B album. Eastside K Boy, say what's up to the people, man.
East the deal. What's happening with y'all? It's your favorite East Side nigga, East Side K Boy. What's happening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Let the people know a little something about yourself for people who don't know.
If y'all don't know me, I'm from East Side. I'm from the East Side of South Central. I'm East Side K Boy, obviously. I'm from a small part on the East Side of South Central called the Low Bottoms. Uh, Same side as the OG Harry O. He from the same side as me. I'm from a spot where I always like to give the history lesson first, where only black people were allowed to go. Before there was the Crenshaw District and a Lamar Park where everybody else come to visit and they see. My side of town, the low bottom east side on Central Avenue, that's where only blacks can come. People like Billie Holiday came to play and all shit type of shit like that. 41st and Central was the first Black Panthers in Los Angeles. So my side is kind of monumental. So I'm from that area right there. Um, I've been doing this rap shit for a long time, bro. I started off with G Malone, uh, with his crew called Blue Division back in the day when he was with Black Wall Street, and then he Mack 10 and Cash Money. So I've been around musical shit for a long time, man, and I'm finally getting my just due.
Yes, sir. As you deserve, as you deserve. So, how did you start in music, man? Tell me, like, some of the first music you heard that inspired you.
Well, I was always the youngest around the crew with my family and outside of the house. So it was influential by Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, the whole West Side Connection, Corrupt. On the East Coast, of course, Nas, Jay Z. Uh, I like Big L. I know he had a short period of time, and he got killed when I was young. But one of my older cousins used to listen to a lot of East Coast rap. So those are all like type of influence. You know what I mean, that I was growing up to listening in the house, especially Snoop Dogg and the Dog Pound.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, who were some of the people when you first started rapping to get you in a real studio and give you an opportunity?
It was Glasses Malone.
Yes, sir. G Malone.
Gave me my first opportunity, and he put me in the studio. I was in a group in the beginning. I was in a group called the Block Boys. Me and my boy Ace. He put us in the studio. First professional studio and first professional producer I ever worked with was Day One. He's a big producer out here on the West Coast.
Shout out
Uh,
day one.
he gave us our first beat, and we was in there with Day One, Bishop Lamont. Problem gave me one of my first beats back in the day. A lot of people don't know that Problem is a dope producer,
Oh, that's
despite
dope.
being a dope rapper. So, yeah, that was the first time. Honestly, G Malone gave me my first shot. G Malone, my manager to this day, his name is Pooh G Malone, older brother, and Jazzy D. They gave me my first shot.
Shout out G Malone, man. Shout out the sevens, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Uh, so who are some of the people that you work with? After you got in with G Malone and you in the studio, who are some of the artists that you had a chance to meet and work with?
Shit, being around G. Shit, I work with him, of course. I work with Bishop Lamont. I work with Problem. I work with Joe Moses back in the day. Nip, Tiger, Ty. Shit, Paul Wall, Mac Man. When G was over there with Cash Money. Man, I work with a lot of people, bro. Shit, that was the early days. Man, that was
Yes.
before people was even cracking. The whole TDE, they still family to this day. So I work on every TDE artist, Schoolboy, JayRock, Kendrick, Absol. Uh, Ali was mixing at the time. Punch was mixing at the time as well. So yeah, man, I've been around.
So what was some of those studio sessions like with Nip, man? Give us a good Nip story, man.
It's funny because everybody like have similar stories about Nip's process of taking too long. So well, it's gonna be in Nip's documentary whenever Black Sam decides to put it out. But I'm the one who actually introduced Nipsey and Joe Moses. So me and Joe Moses was doing a lot of work together. He wanted to do a record with Nip. I said, "Don't trip, I'll be right back." I drove to the '60s, happened to see Nip where he was, Crenshaw Slauson in the shopping center. Big U was there at the time, and by me being from the East Side, I just wanted to make sure I went through protocol.
Right.
So by me being in the middle, if anybody know about LA gangbang politics, And, Nipsey was part of the neighborhood Crips. I'm a part of the gangster Crips.
Right.
So and Moses part of VNG. So like the song, if it would have did what it was supposed to, it would have been a multi-million song, like just for the city of VNG, a person with gangsters off the east side, and Nipsey being a neighborhood. So I asked Big U, he said for sure. Small World, he ended up dealing with Joe Moses' father anyway, back in the day, during their time. So he thought it was cool. So I took Nip over there before we got out the car. Nip was like, man, you sure they gonna trip? I'm like, look, bro, niggas is fans. I know niggas hate to be called fans, but niggas is fans, bro. They actually want you. I said, and if they trip, at the end of the day, it's crip. If they trip on you, they
Right.
got me. So we started laughing. We walked in. Of course, you could feel the tension in the beginning. Nip going to booth, does the most classical verse that back then he used to always use this phrase in his verses. One of the verses where he'd be like, uh, "Gold on my neck, fat."
Oh yeah, some S hat, gold
Yeah,
on my neck, fat.
yeah,
Neighborhood, I rep that.
yeah. That.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
silence when he walked out the booth. Niggas look. Then niggas was just like, nigga on Bloods, that shit was hard.
Ha ha.
And everybody started shaking each other's hand, introducing each other and all that. And it was love ever since then. We tried to shoot the video, but it was just hard trying to keep our homies from being disrespectful. You feel me?
Right,
So like the video never got done. Like we all like I went to everybody's section because I was able to do that.
right,
But when I was with the Vans, it was hard for them to keep that this in the neighborhood sign. And when I went to the neighborhoods, it was hard for them to keep this in the VN sign. So it was just like, it was too much. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, who am I to tell people what to do in their section and they respect the section? So
right,
we never got the video done, but we got the song done and everybody developed a relationship. And as everybody seen the relationship, Joey made his own relationship with Nip and they brought each other out on shows and shit like that of that nature. And I felt like I was just happy to be a part of history and me connecting the dots. Like
right. You
all
did something real big. That was monumental, man. Coming from the city, I know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So bridging the gap in the game, how do you see it right now? Because it feel like 1 minute everybody's kind of getting along, and then the next minute chaos. What do you think? Why does that always happen with our city, man?
It's our gangbang politics, bro. It's just simple as that. I was funny. I was on the phone with a New York DJ earlier, and he was asking me the same question. I was just like, bro, the ones who do music, it's not us. We have a different mind frame. We see something different, but everybody from our respected neighborhoods and sections don't see the same future we see or don't do the same thing we do and not on the same page, which is okay. It's cool. I get it. It's a lot of death. It's a lot of turmoil. It's a lot of shit that goes on with this gangbanging shit that a lot of people can't get over. But the rappers and the musicians, we're fine. We all get along with each other. It's when we start bringing our homies around that something may have occurred in the past that they can't get over with certain individuals. Well, not even individuals with that person's hood. Because at the end of the day, none of us know each other.
Right,
Like, you know what I mean? And when niggas talk about this gangbang shit, it's like, I don't even know a nigga down the street. For me to even hate the nigga down the street, I was just raised to hate these niggas down the street because of what side I chose. So at the end of the day, it always seemed like we're in the right direction, and then some bullshit happened, like how you say. But to me, I just feel like it's not enough of us telling the youth the truth. You know what I
right,
mean? And these young niggas be running wild. It's not like back in the day. Like I respect my elder homies. You know what I mean? So I still go by the protocol in the G code. Like I listen to them. You know what I mean? If they tell me to do something, well, not even tell. If they ask me to do something, I'll do it. When they talk, I listen, and I
right,
take. A lot of niggas is like, we all live in that. I don't care if it's the street shit or the corporate world. Is what have you done for me lately? What are you doing now? Nobody want to hear about a story back in the '90s when you was cracking. These young niggas like, well, we cracking right now. So nigga, and it's their turn. So I just try to give my young homies a little game and a little education about certain things and just give them the real. That's why they fuck with me. And I fuck with the people that's still in the field.
yeah,
So, but back to the question at hand, I feel like we headed in the right direction. We always headed in the right direction. We just still got to lead by example and show them that it's good. And when they see me in these different neighborhoods or these different videos or these different people from different neighborhoods, they see like, okay, maybe it is cool. Because I told them like, being a rapper, that don't mean like you get a free pass.
Nah,
Like
it doesn't.
you're the number one target. Feel me? You're the
Yes, sir.
trophy. You're the face of your neighborhood. So at the end of the day, I just feel like if we just keep moving in the right direction and in a positive direction, we'll be all right. We got to just show them that it's cool.
Yes, sir. Man, I've been seeing you moving around smooth, man. I seen you on stage with Lil Russell. I seen you in the Hit Boy new video. And I'm like, that's right, my nigga moving. So I'm like, what are those opportunities? How do you, mend those business relationships and be able to move like that and make
Bro,
that kind of stuff happen?
bro, you just got to keep a clean face. That's what we call it. I don't have no smut in the city. I got a clean face. Nobody gonna tell you anything bad. Anybody got something bad to say, it's probably over a bitch. And a nigga just mad and he hating. Other than that, bro, I don't got no smut on my name. I keep my relationships top notch and secure. So me and Hit Boy been conversing for a long time, but never really got to really sit down and do music ourselves. I'm just always in the same room as he in. I was there through the whole process of Game's Numinati album that Hit Boy majority produced. And when his father got out of jail, I kept reaching out to his pops. I love his pops because he's such a gangster.
Hey man, his music dope too, man. I reached out to him too. He cool. He
He
cool too.
tape together like that. Every person that you seen him with got a mixtape. His daddy worked nonstop. Big Hit, shout out to Big Hit. That's my guy.
Shout out Big Hit.
They got a project with me, RJ, Jay Worthy, T Fly. He be working for anybody he come in contact with. He like, nah, fool, let's lock in. So that nigga daddy told me was like, yeah, bro. My apologies for taking a long time to get with you, but I had to do my fact check and my background. But the niggas in the pen told me that you was a good nigga to fuck with, so that's why I fuck with you. I said I got nothing but love for you and respect for that, OG. So it's cool. And then I always just try to bring something to the table. Niggas always come around for handouts, and I never been a nigga like that. So I build my relationships off just being a good, genuine nigga. And then on top of that, I always bring something to the table. I don't never ask for anything first. I always try to give something first. So that's why a lot of people deal with me out here. I always bring something to the table. And it's always good when you bring a bag to the table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, what was some of those early days hanging around TDE? Were you able to do any songs with Kendrick or any of the other members?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I did songs with everybody before they became like these big superstars right now that we see them as. Like I did a lot of songs with JayRock. Me and Kendrick got a few songs. I actually was able to put an old one out on streaming platforms called Malcolm X. Did some shit with Absol. Me and Schoolboy probably had like 3 records together. So those sessions was always fun. Those dudes are some funny dudes, man. We all got a sense of humor. Them dudes are some funny dudes. Them sessions was always funny. Them niggas always bagging on each other and joking and shit. So the TDE days was dope. I haven't seen a lot of them in a long time, but I just left TDE Christmas. Me knowing them dudes damn near 19, 20 years, that was my first time going to a TDE Christmas, and Top couldn't believe it. Like, that was his 10th annual, so I haven't seen them in like 10 years. I see JayRock a lot, but everybody like Schoolboy, and I've been seeing Absol recently because he been back moving around, but I ain't seen Top and Punch and Schoolboy in a long time, so it was good seeing my niggas. It was all love. It was good, and they love my transition that I'm going through right now. So it's always good to see them dudes. They miss family for sure.
Hey, speaking on the transition, it makes so much sense because it's already a million rappers, but for everybody to be kind of rapping or saying the same thing or doing the same thing, and you to switch lanes and say, "I'm gonna make music for the ladies," you separated yourself from a lot of artists. Was that the goal?
What's so funny, man? Everybody that's around me been telling me that for years, and I've been fighting it. G been telling me that since I've been a young dude. Like, bro, you should make music for the ladies. You feel me? Like, I always had a knack for women. Um, I've been with the same woman for like 20 years. I didn't put her through the ringer, bro. When it comes to these, he like, bro,
Yeah.
have the knowledge and the go ahead to talk about these certain situations. He like, bro, you could be like a street Drake. Like, bro, you really know how to talk to women. I
Right.
seen you do it in person, like flawlessly. So why don't you do that? But I was so wrapped up in being young, being from the streets, being affiliated with the Crips. G was a Crip. I thought he was trying to like hold me back. I tell him the story all the time. He said, I know you thought I was trying to hold you back. I felt like we was in the same lane. And I felt like since I'm like the charismatic one and everybody like K Boy that I was outshining him. He was like, nah, that wasn't the case. I see that you're a superstar, but you need to do this. So, umpteen years later, I figured it out. And I always use like the melodic shit. If niggas know me, they know I done like I always dibble and dabble in it. I'll do a song or a record where I use auto tune to do the melodic shit. But this time I just went full fledged and I like it here. It's dope. It's been getting me indoors more. Uh all the rappers that I damn near named that I work with all hit me publicly telling me stay right here. Nigga, this is where you gonna get your bag, this is where you gonna shine. So I was so worried about how the streets would look at me when I was younger that I was like, damn, if I would have did this 10 years ago, I probably would have been where I wanted to be. But it's cool. Everything is timing, and you got to evolve. And I feel like everybody's seeing my evolution, and they're gonna continue to grow. Like I'm not gonna separate from the street shit. Like okay, I just dropped the sex on Christmas, but in January I'm dropping again. I'm doing this project called Ghetto Blues, where it's a little bit more for the streets, but it's still melodic though. I'm gonna just stay in the melodic lane because that's where it's at. And I just think it's easier on the ear being a member, and you want the other side to really listen to it. I think melodically it's easier on the ear than me blatantly telling you where I'm from or rapping it like I was prior. I think it's a little bit better. It's like when Wally do O3 Flow. He say Bompton and all that, but we can actually hear ourselves singing the words with him, even though he uses the word Bompton instead of Compton and all that, because it's easier on the ears. Even though, you know what I mean, being a crib, I find myself singing that. But because it's cool. So I just feel like in certain things, Ransom 1500 told me that, melody is always key. Melody's always gonna win. So when something is melodic or somebody can catch the melody too, babies remember melody. My daughter's 6, but when she was like 3, she was singing Drake and shit song because of the melody. So I said, okay, that's like a hidden gem in music that a lot of people don't know. Like melody works all the time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you're right. It is easy on the ears. That your gift, man. That's a hit. If you ask me, that's a hit, bro. I think that's the one you should push and shoot some videos for.
No, so
That's
still shoot the video, but that's the only one that's like themed around Christmas. But niggas like, so what? That shit's so hard. We don't
yeah,
even
bro.
hear that
It's a
as a Christmas song.
slap. The way you put it together and the way you used the Christmas with it made it hit different. It just hit different, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
I
That
hope
sound
that
like a
people
song
play
that'll
that
take over the
every
summer, bro.
every every year, every year. I hope
Yeah.
niggas play that every year.
Yes, sir. And now you like I know you're gonna drop one every Christmas now. Part one, part two, part three. You
I
might as
have to
well.
now. Yeah, I have to now. Yeah,
Yep, yep. So you got something with that. That was very smart. I like the marketing with that, man. That was dope.
yeah. We
So
still videos off that. We not done with it. We still gonna shoot videos off that too.
yes, sir, you got to, man. That's the jam right there. I'm telling you that your gift.
That's what's up.
So seeing people like LaRussell start in his backyard, take his career into his own hands, like what I'm trying to do with this. How does that inspire you going forward? Are you looking for a deal or you want to stay independent?
Honestly, bro, it's like I tell people, it's what situation is best that fits you. Of course, you want to retain ownership of a lot of shit that you do, especially because it's our intellectual property. But everybody end up going major one time because they need the machine and they want to be heard on a global scale.
Mhm.
So right now it's just to me, I'm just working, bro.
Right.
Like if a situation come, I mean, I had deals offered, but it just wasn't for me. So if the right situation come, of course, I'll take it. That's everybody's dream to sign a record deal. But our our common goal is to make money off the thing we love to do. And dealing with LaRussell lately and really building my friendship with him, he cracked the Da Vinci Code on making money. Like
Yes.
this is an art form, yes. Um, we love to do it. Yes, this is our passion, but we also gotta feed our kids. And for people to pay for something that we take pride in and take our time to deliver is always a blessing. So for him to still have people to buy in the climate that we in, a streaming, is dope. He's not the only one, but he's the one that everybody's paying attention to right now. And he's the one that's laying the blueprint. I told him the other night when I was with him that bro, you just Nipsey on steroids. I
Yes,
said, if
sir.
bro was alive, y'all be fucking with each other, guaranteed. And I said I could stand on that. I know he'd be fucking with you.
Yeah, it's inspiring, man. I've been watching. I used to hit him up before he got, as big as he is now, and he would give me a little game and jewels. So, shout out to LaRussell, man. It's real inspiring, man. I'm gonna try to get him on here.
Genuine dude, so I just always got to give him his flowers. That's my guy right there, and he actually told me that because he announced it at that show, so it's nothing new that he gonna be doing a residency in LA every month next
Yeah,
year. So he want me to help him, put a couple of those together. So be looking forward to seeing me on one of them, probably rocking out with him. Me doing more than crib walking, and then just he gonna be here for the whole year. So it's gonna be dope, man. We got some shit in store right now that we try to put together, but he one of the hardest working niggas I know right now, bro. And I love it. I tell him he's inspiring and motivating. Like, he keep me going. I told him, like, it's niggas like him that keep me going. So that's why I said, yeah, y'all got this sex on Christmas, but in January I'm dropping again. February I might drop a project every month. You know
that
what I mean?
makes sense. So, are you gonna drop on streaming platforms, or are you gonna drop on Even Biz?
So I'm gonna still do my things. I know people seen me make that announcement. I don't know what project I want to drop on Even Biz, but I'm gonna do like how he does. Like, I'm gonna still keep it on streaming platforms. For the people that's in that climate, that's it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's convenient for them to just go on Apple Music from their iPhone or go to Spotify from whatever device they have. It's convenient. But the people who really support you, you will filter that out, because once I drop it on Even, I'm gonna see where I'm at. And I think just to see where I'm at, I'm gonna drop soon on Even, just to see how many people that really support and will really buy from me. And then, once you see where you at, that shit gradually grows. It might just be 100 people who buy. It might be 50. But to me, I'm happy if 2 people buy anything from me. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
So at the end of the day, because everything is a stepping stone. I tell niggas, like how my boys tell me that got a cold workout. He was like, you think we can just do 70 pull-ups? Like, we just can do it? No. We started off doing 1 pull-up. Then it was 2. Before you know, it was 10. Then it was 20. Now we got our whole routine. So I feel like that's how you got to build with your music and your fan base. And we have to prepare them and help them get used to buying something from us. Because right now they just used to going on the platforms that they go on. So we have to get them accustomed to doing these type of things.
right.
LaRussell has a fan base where he got them accustomed to, okay, I can go purchase this. I can go support this person. I do want to go purchase a ticket and go see him live. Like, I really admire what he does. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So
They buy into the personality and they buy into the music. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
And a lot of people tell me, like, bro, a lot of people just gonna buy into your personality. Like, your music is dope, but once people fuck with you and get to see the person you are, they just gonna buy into your personality. And that's a win for me too. So
Yes,
I used to
sir.
take that disrespect because I know so many people in the industry, bro. And I said this year I have to use my resources, and I'm ready to get the no's and the yeses. But G
Yes.
used to always tell me, like, bro, everybody fuck with K Boy. I remember he telling me, he was like, man, Busta Rhymes love you, but I bet you he can't tell you a K Boy song. I used to find that offensive. Like, man, you a hater. He like, nigga, no. You need to use that because he likes the person you are. So you probably can get anything out of them because they fuck with you. And 9 times out of 10, that's how my features come about, because they probably ain't never heard a song from me, but since they fuck with me, they like, all right, for sure, shoot it.
Then they find out you really dope. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
facts.
So how do you feel about the music industry? Man, I started around the time you did. I had a little buzz. My boy Brody Brown, I don't know if you're familiar, 1500 or nothing.
Them is my guys.
So that's my homie from my neighborhood. I'm from Compton.
Okay.
Uh, and he gave me a push, he gave me some beats, he gave me a hook, and he sent me flying. And I was out there trying to get it in. And what I learned real quick, real fast, was that people would be like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna hit you, blah blah blah. Yeah, we gonna tap in. Yeah, we gonna," and it'd be a lot of fake love. How do you feel about that, man?
Bro, you just gotta just play the game. Um, you don't wanna be what my niggas be call it, where keeping it real goes wrong, right?
Yes.
Like, nigga want to keep it too real, so real where you miss all your opportunity. I'm not telling the person to be fake, and I'm not telling the person to be real with themselves. You don't have to compromise who you are or lose your dignity or integrity to deal with these people. I just tell them just play the game how it is. I know for a fact, because it's a lot of good shit going on. I know for a fact once this shit transpire in 2024, which is starting January and February, it's a lot of things I got going,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be going on the other side of the map. Everybody on this side gonna hit everybody like, oh, that's my boy. He been popping and whoopty whoop. I'm gonna accept it all. I know that's gonna come because that's what comes with the territory.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
nobody fuck with you until somebody else they fuck with you. And then everybody say they been fucking with you. That's what it is. So I just say, man, it's the industry. It's entertainment. Everybody is an entertainer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody got on the costume, and I just say just play the role right. You know that 9 times out of 10 that person may not hit you, but you still exchange the contact because when they see you doing something that will become beneficial to both parties, then they will hit you. Trust me, they will reach out to you, bro. I
Yeah.
got so many people numbers in my phone that I be laughing like just like this little, and I call it little, this little motion that I have just by dropping this on Christmas. I got all type of people hitting me publicly like, oh, that's dope and it's fire. And it's like, but I've been doing shit like this. You nigga, you know me, but it be like that. It's because they seeing the momentum. So my reel must have hit their page, that hit their page, that hit their page, and they see other people supporting. So they're like, I don't want to feel like that. I'm not supporting. It
Yeah.
comes with the territory. So I would tell a person, just play the game how it is. You have to learn how to play the game. You have to. If you don't, you're gonna lose all the time. And if you
Yes,
want to
sir.
be a real ass nigga in this game, it ain't for you. It's
That's real.
not
You
meant for
said
us.
it best.
It's
So,
really not meant for us. So I'm not saying the niggas in the industry fake, but they just know how to play. Cause there's some real street niggas that made it in the industry, but they knew how to play their position. You have to know how to play it. If you don't, you're gonna lose every time. And you can't
yes,
go
sir.
crashing all the time because you're gonna crash and fuck up.
So, what do you think takes it to make it in this game right now? Is it talent or is it popularity?
I honestly think it's consistency. And I know that sounds cliche, but you got to be consistent at anything you do. I don't care if you're the A&R. I don't care if you're the intern. I don't care if you're the artist, the manager. You have to be consistent in something and keep working at it every day. I think that's longevity, and that's how you're gonna be successful. Because it may not happen today, tomorrow, a month from now, a year from now, but somebody gonna see your consistency of your hard work. And if somebody is gonna be intrigued by that and they're gonna want to help you. And that's what's been happening to me lately. Like I got a record, my boy in here with a featuring Envy called Teleport. I told niggas that when we do the record, bro, I kept stressing Envy like, bro, we have to do the record. He wasn't getting it at first. I'm like, bro, let's hurry up and put the record out. I said, I'm seeing this trend of people drinking this wine. I said, I want a record before somebody does it, which I was late to the party. It's like 100 Taylor Port songs, but mine stick out of all 100 songs, mine stick out the most. So, with that saying, I got the attention of the Taylor Port company. So now they fuck with me, and 2024 is gonna be some big shit going on. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the consistency, and when you say you're gonna do it, you gotta go attack it and attack it hard. So since that record, a lot of DJs on the East Coast, because that wine is big on the East Coast, they fuck with it because they feel like the record is dope, but they also know about it, and they feel like it could be around for a long time because it's a drink. Drinks been
Right.
around for a long time. You can make a Hennessy song right now and it can last forever because Hennessy ain't going nowhere. They like this is a prestige wine that's gonna be around for a long time because it's already been around since the 1800s. So it to make it, you just have to be consistent. It is it's that's not talent, bro. A lot of niggas is boo boo, but you have to be consistent and you have to have dope, firm relationships that mean something, that's meaningful. You can know a gang of people, but I learned something in this too. People be like, it's who you know. Well, that's part of it. And then I learned something that's who introduces you. And that's what in the business or even streets. Like you just told me that you from Brody B neighborhood, so you out the Willowbrook area. So
Yeah.
that's cool. But you a solid and nigga from your side and they fuck with you. But if somebody else try to introduce me to your homies that's not really nothing, nigga gonna walk around and be like, man, don't might fuck with that nigga anyway. So fuck who we bring over here. So that's the same thing in the music business. It's who
Right.
introduced you. it's a quick story because and damn I hate it too because we getting good too. My phone gonna die. But we probably got like 20 minutes. I was in the Atlantic building.
Okay.
I was going because Atlantic was fucking with me. Some A&Rs wanted to fuck with me. So Dallas Martin came out. My guy tried to introduce me, and it's no shade to him. Shout out to my nigga Finesse anyway, because shout out to Finesse because he's a dope individual. That's my guy. He just didn't have the relationship with him that he thought he had. So he introduced me. He got me to the building because somebody heard my music. So he like come up here. They want to hear you. A&R want to hear you. I'm like cool. So Finesse, shout out Finesse. So Finesse got me to the building. When Dallas Martin walk out, everybody know who Dallas Martin is. One of the biggest A&Rs that turned, senior vice president of A&R for Atlantic, and then was the president of the Asylum. He walked out. My boy Finesse tried to introduce me. It was just like, yo, what's up? Same day, same night, I walk in to a nigga named Corp, one of the biggest producers that nobody probably not gonna know because he's not in the limelight. He's behind the scenes. He done everything with Beyonce, all type of shit. His name Corp, but everybody respects him in that building. Corp introduced me same night, probably 2 hours later.
Mm.
The response was different.
Totally different, huh?
Like the nigga just didn't say what's up to me 2 hours ago in the front. Because he introduced me, it was different. So then it was like, okay, this kid may have some substance because why is he introducing me? So that just goes back to it all. It goes back to the question you said: was it talent? Is it popularity? I feel like it's your relationships and it's your consistency into your passion, into your drive. Stay at it, keep at it, and keep going. And I feel like I was all around. I was all over the place. Like you don't ever want to be a jack of all trades. I mean, a master of none. So I knew that I could rap. I know I could do melodic shit. I know I can do gangster shit. I knew I could do party shit. And I was just all the way around. That's just being diverse. That's cool, being versatile. But you got to stick at something. And right now, I'm sticking with this because this has been giving me the most traction on a higher platform. Yes, the street shit got me to where I'm at, and people think like, don't go away from that. I said no. I just gotta elevate the street shit now. That's all. I just can't keep hitting you with the same cousins East Side. Y'all heard that for
Right,
years.
right, right.
You got to evolve somehow or some way. So me
Yeah.
being consistent like this has been opening up doors, man. And like I tell niggas, like I know you reached out to me, like I wasn't like shining you off. I feel like anybody that want to do any type of interview with me on any type of level of a platform that because you never know in a year from now, man, you can have one of the biggest platforms. We're gonna claim that for you. So
Yes, yes. We're gonna claim that right now.
I just feel like if I get one person that's a new fan away from this, the job was completed.
Yes,
Because that's
sir.
somebody that didn't know who Eastside K Boy was before today. So I tell everybody don't take these opportunities for granted. Because one of my boys, JayRock, he got clap it up, and he made a post like he was feeling some type of way, and I said, I agree with you. Like, damn niggas will be so quick to want to go to No Jumper and all those type of platforms and the big platforms, but y'all forget about us over here who really, really fuck with y'all and really is fan of y'all music and who y'all are. Y'all pass us up because you feel like they got bigger notoriety. Not knowing that these are the platforms that's gonna help you catapult to them. Everybody try to just go to the big one first.
Right.
But you know you gotta start somewhere. And I know people know me, but I fuck with my people, gang. So I was gonna do it. I know it took a little time, but I was gonna do it regardless.
I believed you, man, and I appreciate it. I'm building this platform for the big people, the small people. If you do hair, if you want to get on here and talk about sports, this is for everybody. This is for the people, by the people. I got tired of seeing our culture being exploited, being disrespected on camera, talk to, asking police questions. If you notice, I ain't asked you no weirdo stuff. We have respectful, intelligent conversations on the news you can use. You know what I'm saying?
So we know what to ask and what not to ask. Like, come on, bro. We not finna do that.
And look, you didn't tell me nothing was off limits. It's just sense. And I be seeing people, they doing stuff for clicks. We not doing stuff for clicks over here. We being real, we being genuine, and we building relationships with people on
Nah,
our way up.
nah, we gonna build you up and then you gonna have a spot where people gotta come sit down. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir. You know what? I appreciate this, man. I'm gonna end it because I know your phone dying. But whenever you want to come back, whenever you finna drop your new project, whenever you got something going, if you got an up and coming artist who ain't really got no shine, ain't got nothing going, send them over here.
Nah, yeah, like talk to my boy Envious, man. He was joining us and shit, but he dope, man. He been around the game for a long time too, man. He's a dope songwriter, producer, nigga's a DJ. You feel me? He started his whole coalition DJ called Team DJ. Them was actually my DJ, so when I perform, I use them. I've been knowing him for like 19 years, and he's actually dope. And we all been discouraged before about doing this music shit, but I'm happy that I played an intricate part into helping him get back into this shit. And like he dope. Like he on the record too. You hear him on Sex Talk. Like that's him. He hard. Like, you
All
know what I mean?
right, man. I gotta get him in. I gotta get him on, man.
Yeah, nah, he dope, man. It's just like just shout out to everybody that's fucking with me. From the Taylor Port Company, from Team DJ, my management pool and all that. Like it's all good. We coming 2024, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. 2024. Y'all go get that new album, man. That thing banging, man. Y'all go check that out. I had some big wigs that I did an interview earlier. I was like, man, y'all gotta go bump that K Boy. They like R&B, Teddy Riley era. I'm like, man, y'all gotta check that out.
Now it's funny because I got some like my last project, Gangsta Need Love, nigga RL from Next is a big fan. So it be funny to me because I'm like, cuz I don't even know how to sing like that. But he
Hey,
like,
man.
bro, he like content is hard. So you know,
Yeah.
we look, I'm telling you, man, I talked to Eric Bellinger earlier on DM, like, man, it's cracking.
Yes, sir, man. You bringing R&B back when real singers can't. You know what I'm saying? You doing it.
We just doing
So
it. We gonna call this motherfucker Rhythm and Gangster, man. It's
rhythm
RNG.
and gangster, brother. Yes, sir. All right. This is the News You Can Use podcast. That is Eastside K Boy. I am Big Surfgod. Much love. Happy holidays to y'all. Go get his new album, Support, and we out.
For sure, East Side.
I appreciate